Bonjour and good morning. Welcome to WASA Distance Education and PLAR Math. And today we are going to continue on with lesson 2 and we'll see how far we get. We might actually finish it up, but we'll see. So to begin, just a few announcements. So this is our second class in week 5. Next week is going to be our last class before the Christmas break. So any work that you want to submit, make sure you get it out to me before the Christmas break begins. 2 ways to participate in classes, radio or Zoom, and the instructions are in your study guide for that. All PLAR Math students are welcome to attend classes, so it doesn't matter if you signed up for IL or for Radio Zoom, you're still welcome to join the classes and participate live. To contact me, you can use email, phone, or send a message on Facebook, whatever works better for you. And if you were working on the PLAR English last term, the classes are still available on YouTube. So if you're working on the PLAR English still, the classes are available on YouTube, and the PLAR Math classes are being updated as I record new classes. So we update them to the YouTube. I'm updating them to my B. Osmond WASA, as well as they're being uploaded to the WASA Distance Education Center YouTube channel. So you can go there, and for mine, you can find the PLAR Math classes from last term, as well as the new classes. So as I record new classes, I'm deleting the old classes, but the old classes are still there. So if you are working ahead of where we are on Radio Zoom, then you can go to my old playlist and you will see the those classes there. Okay, students who didn't finish in term 1A, you can continue working on the key questions in this term. So PLAR students are not withdrawn at the end of the term. You just sign up once during the year and you just continue throughout the year. Just a reminder that all PLAR students this year have the option of writing the culminating activity instead of doing the lessons and key questions. So even if you've completed and submitted some of the key questions, either this year or last year, then you can still choose to do the culminating activity instead of finishing up the lessons and key questions. If you pass the culminating activity, then you get your missing credits. And you don't have to do the lessons and key questions, you just move on to the next subject. If you're not successful with the culminating activity, then you will have to go through the lessons and complete the key questions, and then you get another opportunity to write the culminating activity once you've finished all the lessons. Okay, if you are doing the lessons, you will notice that there are 2 types of questions in the lessons. There are the support questions, which are the practice questions that you do before the key questions. The answers for the support questions are found near the end of the lesson, right before the key questions. So at the top of the page it says answers to support questions, and that's where you go to check your answers against the correct answers that are at the end of the lesson. If you are doing well with the support questions, so you're getting all or nearly all of the support questions right, then you move on to the key questions. And the key questions are all at the end of each lesson, so you can just pull those off from the lesson to work on them. The key questions are the questions that have marks. So those are the ones that you send out to me for marking when you finish them. And you should start working on your key questions right away. So as you go through the lesson, do the support question and then do the key questions. Okay, don't wait till you've done the lesson and then try all the key questions at once. And remember, it's only the key questions that are to be submitted for marking. So different ways to submit your work. First of all, you can give it to your DEC, and then your DEC will send it out to us here in Sioux Lookout. Or if your learning center is closed, or you don't have a learning center and a DEC, then you can submit your own work. If you are submitting your own work, be sure to write your name, the subject, and your teacher's name on your work, but especially your name, because otherwise we don't know who sent it and we don't know who to send it back to. So make sure that you have that information on your work. To submit your own work, you can either, if you have access to a scanner, you can scan and email your own work to studentwork@nnec.on.ca and make sure you CC it to me, or you can fax to our toll-free fax number if you have access to a fax machine. If those options don't work for you, then you can use your smartphone. With your smartphone, you can either take photos of your work or you can scan your work, and then you can email it to that same address, studentwork@nnec.on.ca, and again, make sure you CC it to me, or you can send it via Facebook Messenger. Okay, so whatever works better for you, that's the way you submit your work. Okay, we want you to get your work done and get it out to us. If you are in Sioux Lookout, or you come to Sioux Lookout fairly often, then you can use our outdoor mailbox, which is located at the side of the WASA building toward the post office, beside the side door. Or you can knock on the front door and hand it to whoever answers the door. You can also use Google Docs to complete your work, and then you can send me the link. Okay, and I can get your work that way. And you can also use Google Classroom. If you want to go paperless, Google Classroom is the way to go. Okay, so come for winning prizes. Every term, at the end of every term, WASA has 2 student draws. One draw is for students who earned a credit, and the other one is for students who submit work during the term. So if you do both, then you have the opportunity, you have the chance to win 2 prizes. Okay, so don't hang on to your work, complete it, submit it, and then your name will be entered into a draw. So the more work you submit, the more chances you get to win. Also, for students who have already registered, we are doing a Christmas draw. And so those students who are already registered, already on our roll, will have the opportunity to win the Community Student Learning Center draw, which will take place on December 16th, so that's next week. One student from each community can win a $200 holiday gift from a local store. So Northern Store, whatever store you have in your community, Northern Store, community store, or if you're from Sioux Lookout or the local area, then Fresh Market or Giant Tiger or wherever. So again, if you're already registered, you have the opportunity to win another prize. Excuse me. Okay, so we're going to do a review of what we covered in our class on Tuesday, and then we're going to move on to our new topic. So on Tuesday we talked about percent, and we said that percent means per 100 or out of 100. Or divided by 100. So dividing by 100 moves the decimal point 2 places to the left. So for example, 24% means 24 out of 100, or 24 100ths. When we write a fraction, that fraction also means divide. Okay, so 24 100ths, or 24 out of 100, means 24 divided by 100. So to change from a percent to a fraction, from a percent to a fraction, you get rid of the percent sign and you write the number 24 over 100, because it's out of 100, so it's always over 100. Then to get from a fraction to a decimal, you divide. 24 divided by 100, and you can do that on your calculator, will give you 0.24. You can also do the shortcut that I mentioned earlier. Because you're dividing by 100, then so 24%, or 24 means 24 point and then 0. Okay, we don't write it that way, we just write 24. But that decimal point is there. We understand that it's there. So if you're dividing by 100, it's the same thing as moving the decimal point 2 places to the left. So you end up with decimal, or 0.24. I like to write it with a 0 in front so that it's not confusing, so that that decimal point actually stands out. Okay, so fractions, decimals, and percentages are different ways of expressing the same value. So a half as a fraction is the same thing as 0.5 as a decimal, which is also 50%. So they all mean the same thing. So if I were to draw a circle, half of that circle is blue, So that's also 0.5 of the circle. It's also 50% of the circle. Okay, so 1/4 is 0.25, which is 25%. 3/5 is 0.6, which is 60%. 3/8 is 0.375. So sometimes there will be 3 digits to the right of the decimal instead of just 2, which is 37.5%. 9/20 is 0.45, which is 45%. And 27/40 is 0.925, which is 92.5%. Okay, so we can have a decimal percent as well. Okay, so again, we can convert from a decimal to a fraction to a percent. So to convert from a fraction to a decimal, we divide the numerator by the denominator. Okay, so if it's 1/4, we do 1 divided by 4, which will give me 0.25. Then if we want to change from a decimal to a percent, we multiply by 100. So our fraction is 1/4, our decimal is 0.25. Multiply 0.25 times 100, and we get 25%. Okay, and then if we want to change from a percent to a fraction, we put the percentage over a denominator of 100 and simplify. So we take the percent sign away, have 25 over 100. I guess that should go up here, shouldn't it? 25 over 100, and we simplify. 25 divides by 25, and 100 divides by 25. 25 divided by 25 is 1. 100 divided by 25 is 4. So we're back to our quarter fraction. So we can change from a fraction to a decimal to a percent, back to a fraction. We can change from a percent to a decimal to a percent, so we can go back and forth. Either if we're changing from a percent to a decimal, we divide by 100. So if it's 25%, we get rid of the percent sign and we divide by 100. Oops, I forgot the 1. 100 will give us 0.25. Okay, so we can go back and forth between the different ways. Okay, so we did that. We did converting from decimals to fractions to percents and back and forth between the different amounts, to different types of fraction. And then we looked at finding the percent of an amount using decimals, or the percent of a number. So we looked at using fractions and decimals. If you're using a fraction, you need to convert it to a decimal first. It's the only difference. So to find the percent of a given amount using decimals, so we divide the percent by 100 to make a decimal first. So we need to change to a decimal first of all. Then we multiply this decimal by the given amount. Okay, now this is very important because some students forget. Do not put a percent sign in the answer because it's not a percent anymore. Okay, it's a number. It might just be a number, or it might be a money amount, but it's not a percent because you are finding the percent of a number. So if you're using a calculator, and you can do it using a calculator, so first of all, enter the number part of the percent value directly. So if it's 25%, put in 25. Do not press the percent button at all. Okay? You're not using the percent button. Next, divide by 100. That will give you your decimal number, and then you multiply the decimal by the amount given in the question. Okay, so for example, if we wanted to find 30% of 549. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is change our percent to a decimal. We do that by dividing by 100. So 30 divided by 100, will give us 0.30 or 0.3, same thing. Then the of, remember, means multiply, and we're multiplying by that number, 549. So we've got decimal 3 times 549, which will give us 164.7. Okay, so that's our answer, 164.7, not 164.7%. We already got rid of the percent. So this is our answer. If it's just a number, then that's fine. If it's a money amount, this would be $164.70. Okay, not 7 cents. 7 cents would be written as 0.07. That would be 7 cents. But when it's 0.7, that means 70 cents. So if you're finding a percent of a money amount, then you must write your answer in money format. So with a dollar sign, and then make sure you've got 2 digits to show the cents. Okay, so we've done decimals, we've done percents. Today we're going to look at statistics, mean, median, mode, and range. And if we have time, we'll look at circle graphs. Okay, and there's our videos here for finding the percent of a number, which you just looked at, and for finding the mean, median, and mode. Okay, so statistics. So in your lesson, beginning on page 9, is information about statistics, the mean, median, mode, and range. And there's a little rhyme here, if you can remember it, that will help you remember what each one is. Hey did little, the median's the middle. You add and divide for the mean. The mode is the one you see the most often, and the range is the difference between. So if you can remember that, that'll help you. Okay, so there's an example on the bottom of the page. On page 10, there are some more examples of finding the mean, median, mode, and range, and then support question 6 on the bottom of page 10. So make sure you do the support questions. Actually, page 10 and 11. And then at the bottom of page 11, there's some more information, a little picture of what they are, so you can look at that. All right, so mean, median, mode, and range. So the mean, median, and mode are 3 kinds of averages. So for example, when you get your work back, marked work back, you get an average. Okay, so 60% or 45% or 99% or whatever. So that's an average. So the mean is the average you're used to, where you add up all the numbers and then divide by the number of numbers. So this is the mean, is what you get for your marked work. So at the end of the school year, when you get a percentage, that's the mean of the work that you did all through the term. Okay, the median, think of median as middle. So the median is the middle value in the list of numbers. To find the median, your numbers have to be listed in numerical order from smallest to largest. So you might have to rearrange the numbers in the list. The mode is the value that occurs most often. So think of mode, most. Okay, that can help you remember that one, mode, most often. If no number in the list is repeated, then there is no mode for the list. So you have to look through the list and see, are any of the numbers repeated? Are they there more than once? If not, that means there's no mode. Don't write down 0 for the mode, because it must be a number from the list. 0 is not a number from the list. So if you put down 0, your answer is wrong. You need to write no mode. Okay, the range of a list of numbers is the difference. Remember, difference means subtract. So the difference between the largest and the smallest values. Okay, so let's look at some examples. So find the mean, median, mode, and range for the following list of values. So we've got a list of numbers here: 13, 18, 13, 14, 13, 16, 14, 21, 13. So we're going to find the mean first. So the mean, as I said, is the usual average. So what do? You add all of the numbers together. So 13 plus 18 plus 13 plus 14 plus 13 plus 16 plus 14 plus 21 plus 13. And then you divide. You divide by how many numbers there are. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you divide by 9. So we add up all those numbers, we get a total, and then we divide by 9. Our answer is 15. So this means that the mean is 15. Now, if you look at the numbers in the list, there is no 15, but that's not uncommon. All right, so that is a common result, that the mean is not even in the list. So it's like when you get your marks back on your assignments and then you get your final mark. The final mark that you get might not be one of the the marks that you got throughout the term. Okay, so that's the mean. Add, then divide. The median, remember, is the middle value. So it's the number that's in the middle of the list. So in order to find that number, first you have to rewrite the list in numerical order. So starting from the smallest number, 13, up to the biggest number, 21. So 13, 13, 13, 13, 14, 14, 16, 18, 21. So again, the median is the number in the middle. So there are, we said 9 numbers because we divided by 9. So the number that's in the middle, if we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 14 is in the middle. It's the middle number, so our median is 14. So the median is usually a number from the list. There are some cases when it's not, but in most cases it is a number from the list. The mode is the number that is repeated more often than any of the other numbers. So if we look at this, 13 is in our list 4 times, 14 twice, 16, 18, and 21 only once each. So the number that is repeated the most is 13. So 13 is the mode. And then the range, the largest value in the list is 21, and the smallest is 13. So to find the range, 21 take away 13 equals 8. So the range is 8. So the mean of our list is 15, the median is 14, the mode is 13, and the range is 8. Okay, let's do some practice. Find the mean, median, mode, and range for the following list of values. So 1, 2, 4, 7, very small list. So the mean is, over here, the average of the numbers. So what do we do to find the mean? We add, then we divide. So 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 7 equals 3 plus 4 is 7 plus 7 is 14. So now we divide. 14 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 numbers in our list. 14 divided by 14 is 3. 14 divided by 4, 3.5. So our mean is 3.5. The median is the middle number of the sequence. So our numbers are already in order, 1, 2, 4, 7. So in the middle this time, we have 2 numbers because it's an even amount. So when you have an even number of numbers or an even number of values, you take the middle 2, which is 2 and 4, you add them together. 2 plus 4 is 6, and then you divide by 2 because you added 2 numbers. So 6 divided by 2 is 3, so our median is 3. Now, 3 is not a number in the list. But so like I said earlier, the median is usually a number in the list, but not always. And in this case, because we have an even number of values, we have to divide. We have to add them together and divide, just like finding the mean. Okay, so but we just add those middle 2 values, and then we divide by 2. So, and that only happens if you're using an even number of values. Okay, the mode is the number that's there the most often. So we've got 1, 2, 4, and 6. No numbers are repeated, so there's no mode. So as I mentioned, don't write down 0. And the range is the difference between the biggest number, which is 7, and the smallest number, which is 1. So 7 take away 1 is 6. So our mean is 3.5, which is not in the list. Our mode is, our median, is 3, which is also not in the list. Our mode, there is no mode. And our range is 6. Okay, so. All right, another one. Find the mean, median, mode, and range for the following list of values. So now we've got a lot more. So we've got, find the mean. We have to 8 plus 9 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 11 plus 11 plus 11 plus 12 plus 13. So we've got a lot of numbers there. So now we have to add them. 8 plus 9 is 17. Plus 9 is 27, plus 10 is 27, plus 10, is 37, plus 10 is 47, plus 11 is 58, plus 11 is 69, plus 11 is 80, plus 12 is 92, plus 13 is 105. So 105 divided by how many values do we have there in our list? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're dividing by 10. So 105 divided by 10, which will give us 10.5. So 10.5 is our mean. So I'm going to put that down here. Okay, again, not in the list. The median is the middle number. Now these are already in order from smallest, 8, 9, 10, 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 13. From smallest to largest, so our median is the number in the middle. So we've got, how many did we say? 10 numbers. So again, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from that end, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from that end. So we've got 2 numbers in the middle again. So our median is 10 plus 11, which equals 21, and then 21 divided by 2, which will give us 10.5. So our median, 10.5, same as our mean. Our mode is the number that occurs most often. So 10 is there 3 times, 11 is there 3 times. So our mode then, this time, we've got 2, 10 and 11. And our range is the difference between the biggest number, which is 13, subtract the smallest number, which is 8. 13 take away 8 is 5. So our mean and our median are 10.5. Our modes, in this case there's 2 of them, are 10 and 11, and our range is 5. So about the only hard part of finding the mean, median, and mode is keeping straight which average is which. So just getting those 3 mixed up. So remember that the mean is the regular meaning of average. So add and then divide. The median is the middle value, and the mode is the one that's there most often. So they all start with M, so it's kind of hard to figure it out, but like I said, mode, M-O, most, M-O. That can be one way. Think of the median, like a median in a line in the middle of the road. It's called the median, and so that it's in the middle of the road. So you can think of it that one, and then mean is the regular average. Okay, so let's do a little bit more practice with finding the mean, median, mode, and range. So we got some bigger numbers going on here now. So we've got 62, 59, 37, 44, 81, and 23. So the mean, we have to add all of those numbers. So 62 plus 59 plus 37 plus 44 plus 81 plus 23. So what did I say? 62 plus 59 plus 37 plus 44 plus 81 plus 23 equals 306. So 306 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 values will give me 51. So our mean is 51. The median is the number in the middle, so we got to put our numbers in order. So I'm going to do it up top here. So 23 Next is 37. Next is 44. Next is 59. Next is 62, and last is 81. So I said 6 numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So the median is the number in the middle. So here we've got an even number, so that means there's going to be 2 in the middle, so 44 and 59. So to find the median, I have to add 44 plus 59. There goes the train, is 103. 103 divided by 2 will give me 51.5. So my median is 51.5. Again, not in the list, and neither is the mean. Okay, the mode is the number that occurs most often. None of the numbers are repeated, so there is no mode. And the range is the biggest number, which is 81. Take away the smallest number, which is 23. And so our range is 58. Okay, next one. 50, 46, 19, 26, 79, 35, 19. So mean, we add them all up. So 50 plus 46 plus 19 plus 26 plus 79 plus 35 plus 19 equals 247. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 divided by 7 will give us, put it down here, 39.1428571. Okay, now I don't want a number like that, so I'm going to round, and I'm going to round it to my first decimal point, so where the 1 is. So remember the rule for doing this, so, or the procedure. So I'm going to draw a line after the 1. 4 is to the right of that line. 4 is less than 5, so that means I'm rounding to 39.1. So my mean is 39.1. Again, not in the list. Median is the middle number, so I have to put all of these in order from smallest to largest. So my smallest number is 19. Next one is 19, it's there again. Then I've got 26, and then 35, 46, 50, and 79. So I'm crossing them out because I want to make sure I don't miss one. Okay, so 19, 19, 26, 35, 46, 50, and 79. So the median is the number in the middle. I've got an odd number. This time I've got 7. So 1, 2, 3 from that side, 1, 2, 3 from that side. 35 is my median. It's the number that's in the middle. The mode, most often, the number that's there, the only number that's repeated is the 19. So my mode is 19. And the range is the highest number, 79, take away the lowest number, 19. 79 take away 19 is 60. So our range is 60. Okay, so that's how you find the mean, median, mode, and range. Okay, so let's do a couple more. So number 3, we've got 68, 43, 16, 26, 68, 68, 43. So again, find the mean. So the mean, remember, we're adding them all together. So 68 plus 43 plus 16 plus 26 plus 68 plus 68 plus 43 equals 332. Now, how many numbers do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 32 divided by 7, sorry, 332 divided by 7 will give me 47.4285714. So again, I'm not going to go with that number. I'm going to round it to 1 decimal place. So the 4's place. Draw a line. To the right of the 4 is a 2. It's less than 4, so I keep my 4 and get rid of everything else. So my mean is 47.4. The median, the number in the middle, when I put them in order. So my smallest number is 16. Next is 26. Next is 43. Next is 43. It's there twice. And then I've got 68 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, I've used all my numbers. Odd number again, we've got 7. We found out that because we divided by 7 when we found the mean. So middle number 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 43. So our median is 43. The mode, the number that's there the most often, well, that's 68 because it's there 3 times. 43 is repeated as well, but it's only there twice. So the one that's repeated most is 68, not 63, sorry. So 68 is my mode. And then the range is the biggest number, which I said is 68 when I put them in order. Take away the smallest number, which is 16. And 68 take away 16 is 52. So my range is 52. Okay. All right, next one, number 4. We got 34, 95, 65, 29, 45, 68, 52, 51, 49. So we got lots this time. So the mean, we got to add all of these numbers. So 34 plus 95 plus 65 plus 29 plus 45 plus 68 plus 52 plus 51 plus 29 plus 42 plus 52 equals 562. And how many are we dividing by? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 562 divided by 11 gives me 51.090909. So we've got a repeating decimal here. So it doesn't matter. We're still going to round to the tenths place, the first digit to the right of the decimal. So in order to do that, I have to look at the digit that's to the right of my line. That's a 9. 9 is greater than 5, which means that I'm rounding to 51.1, not 0, because I'm adding 1 there. So 51.1 is my mean. The median, the number in the middle, so I've got to put all these numbers in order from smallest to biggest. My smallest number is 29. Draw a line here so I don't get mixed up in what I'm doing. 29, and then I've got another 29. Then my next number is 34. Next is 42. Then 45. Then 51. 52. 52 is there again. So if there's, like I said before, if it's there, you got it twice, you got to put it in twice. Then after 52 is 65. After 65 is 68. And after 68 is my last number, which is 95. Okay, so there they are in order, and my median is a number in the middle, and I have 11 values because I counted so I could divide to find the mean. So 11, which means my middle number is going to be the 6th number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the right of our median as well. So my median is 51. Okay, so because it's an odd number, I don't have to divide. Mode, the number that's repeated most often. So what do we have? We got 29 is there twice. 45, 51, 52. 52 is there twice, and that's it. So again, this time we have 2 modes, 51 and 29. And the range is the difference between the biggest number, which is 95, take away the smallest number, which is 29. So 95 take away 29 is 66. So my range is 66. Okay, and the last one, I've got a long list of numbers again. So your numbers can be single digits, they can be double digits, they can be triple digits, they can be decimals, they can be any type of number. So just be ready for whatever it throws at you. Okay, so the mean is the average, so I've got to add again, so 67 plus 15 plus 83 plus 16 plus 55 plus 68 plus 92 plus 50 plus 33 plus 57 will give me 536, and I'm dividing by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 this time. 536 divided by 10 is 53.6. So my mean is 53.6. Median, the number in the middle. So we've got to put them in order again. So my smallest number is 15. Next one is 16. Next is 33. Next is, I don't have any numbers in the 40s, so I've got 50s next. So 50, 55. Be careful, make sure you don't leave any numbers out. 57. Next would be 67, then 68, and then 83, and finally 92. Okay, so if you cross them out, you know you haven't missed one, but you know that there's 10 values there because we had to divide by 10. You can always count and make sure you've got 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so the median number in the middle. Now, this time I've got an even number of values, so I'm going to have two numbers in the middle, and my two numbers that are in the middle are 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 55, and 57. So to find the median, 55 plus 57, so I've got to add those together. 55 plus 57 is 112, and then I have to divide 112 by 2, and that will give me 56, which is not a number in the list, but it is our median. Then the mode, the number that's there most often, 55, 76, there's nothing repeated, so no mode. And then the range is the biggest number, which is 92. Take away the smallest number, which is 15. And 92, take away 15, is 77. So that's our range. Okay, so that's mean, median, mode, and range. So we don't have time to do circle graphs today, so we will look at circle graphs next week on Monday. So key question 12, at the top of the page, it tells you what the mean is, the median, the mode, and the range. So the mean is found by totaling the numbers. Totaling means adding the numbers in the list and dividing by the number of items in the list. So we did lots of examples. So you've got to add first, then you have to divide. Don't forget 2 steps. The median is the middle number in a list of numbers written in ascending order, which is smallest to largest. So you have to change the numbers. You've got to rearrange the numbers to find the median. The mode is the number that appears most often in the list, so the number that's repeated. If no number is repeated, remember, write down no mode. Do not use 0 because it will be wrong. And then the range is the difference between the largest and smallest, which means that you have to subtract to find the range. Okay, so you only have 2 to do, so find the mean, median, mode, and range for the following set of data. So 10 students are asked their ages, and the results are as follows. So it tells you what you're going to divide by right there, because there's 10 numbers, because 10 students were asked their ages. So we've got 13, 14, 12, 16, 17, 16, 15, 13, 16, 15. So to find the mean, you're going to add all of the numbers together, and then you're going to, I'm just going to put total divided by 10. Now the answer that you will get will be a decimal. You can leave it as a decimal or you can round it. Doesn't matter. The median is the number in the middle. Now because we have 10, you have to pick the middle 2 numbers and divide by 2. Okay, so remember, put them in order from smallest to largest. The mode is the number that's repeated most often. Now, if there's 2 numbers there that are repeated, the same amount, then you have 2 modes. If none of them are repeated, you have no mode. And the range is the difference between the biggest and the smallest, which means you have to subtract. Okay. B, the heights of 15 people were measured and recorded in centimeters. So this time you've got 15, so you're going to add up all of the numbers, and then you're going to divide by 15 to find the mean. The median, because there's 15, there's an odd number, it's going to be the middle number once you put them in order. There's only going to be 1. So you don't have to divide or anything. The mode, the number that's there most often. Okay, the number or numbers that are repeated the same amount of times. And the range, you have to subtract the biggest number, take away the smallest number. Okay, and that's it for today's class. So next week on Monday we'll finish up lesson 2, and then on Thursday we will get started on lesson 3. So try to get your key questions completed and sent out to marking before, as much as you can, before the Christmas break. And then if you don't get it finished, caught up before the Christmas break, if you have time, you can work on it during the Christmas break and then submit it right after, or even during the break, and we'll get it when we get back. Okay, I won't be marking during the Christmas holidays, but if you send me work and I see it, I will acknowledge that I received it. Okay, so that's it for our class today. Good luck with those key questions, and if you need help with it, please contact me before the Christmas break. As I said, I probably won't be checking my messages and emails during the break, but you can try. All right. That's it for our class today. I will talk to you again in class on Tuesday. Enjoy the rest of your week. Stay warm and have a great weekend. Miigwech.